Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of How to Play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake. My name is Josh. I go by JSkeleton here on the internet. If you're new to my channel, I do a variety of gaming content, and I'm a huge Tony Hawk Pro Skater fan. I'm a Tony Hawk Pro Skater veteran. I've been playing since day one, way back in the day on PS1. I've played them all, and I put in thousands of hours, probably. I don't even know, man. I played the crap out of these games back in the day. So I know a lot of you guys are probably new to the series, and I've been playing it so long. I wanted to help you guys out, get you familiar with the series and how to play and how to do all these different things. So we did two other videos. The first one was the basics, the very fundamentals of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The second one was more advanced tricks. Now this was going to be covering combos, how to chain everything that you've learned together and go for those high scores. So if you enjoy the video, leave it a like, subscribe, guys, new, and let's jump into this. Alright, so we are in a session here, just like in the other videos. The bottom right corner, you can see that I have my controller here, so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be using a PS4 controller, so I'm going to be referring to the buttons as X, which if you're on Xbox One, it's going to be A. Square is going to be X on Xbox One. Triangle is going to be Y, and circle is going to be B. So, of course, just keep that in mind. So, again, we're going to be covering all of the combo stuff. So, again, everything that we've learned so far, we've learned flip tricks, we've learned how to manual, we've learned how to grind. I've showed you guys wall plants, I've showed you guys wall rides, I've showed you guys grabs, all the flatland tricks, all the special tricks, like well, not special tricks, but like specials, like grind transitions, right? Or the special kind of grab tricks, right? Like a stiffy or like a CORSAIR, or you know, those grab variants, I guess you'd call them. And now we're gonna chain them all together. We're gonna learn how to chain them all together, and one of those ways is reverts, acid drops, spine transfers. We got special tricks, which is going to help increase your score. I'm going to teach you guys how to increase your multiplier and just go for those super high scores. You've probably seen other people get high scores in the millions, even combos, a single combo that's in the millions. So a combo is basically when you chain together a bunch of tricks and you don't basically land like with all four wheels on the ground, right? So if I do a flip trick and I go into a manual, do another flip trick into a manual, into a grind, and do another flip trick into a manual, do another flip trick manual, into a grind, flip trick out, that was a big combo, right? A simple combo would be like flip trick to manual, flip trick out. That's a 3-trick combo, right? It could be anything that's a chain of combos without all four wheels hitting the ground. Once four wheels hit the ground, your combo's over. Now, a combo, you can see if I chain a bunch of tricks together, it shows a score. So it's going up the longer I hold the manual, but it showed 290 times 5. Times 5 is how many tricks I've done, right? So if I do 5 tricks, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's going up as I do different tricks, right? So the multiplier will go up the more tricks you do, and the score will go up depending, you know, what kind of tricks you do. So if you do really, you know, complicated tricks, hard tricks, the longer you hold a grab, for example, that's all going to increase your score. So those are, that's pretty much, I guess, the basics of how to increase your multiplier and how to increase your score. So again, if you chain things together, that's gonna be kind of how that works. So again, ideally, if you're trying to get from point A to point B, let's say I go from a grind, right? And now I want to continue this combo, but I'm going to be landing on flat ground. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into a manual. So as soon as I get out of the rail, I'm going to go into a manual, right? Out of the grind into a manual. Normally between the grind and the manual, I'll throw in a flip trick to add, you know, an extra, you know, multiplier. So flip trick out into a manual. So that's kind of how I do that. Now, if you're going towards wall, right, this is where wall plants come in handy. Let's say I'm grinding this way. And it's like, oh, crap, I'm going to hit a wall. Well, you just jump into the wall, you do a wall plant, and you go back into another grind. Very, very simple. So that's how you can do that. Now, acid drops, and I'll show you guys reverts in a second. An acid drop would be like if I'm on top of a quarter pipe, like right there, like where I just was. So let me go back up here. And then you're going to press the right trigger, which is going to be R2, and as you jump off, right? So I'm going to ollie off, and then I'm going to push R2 right away, and he's going to like basically drop, acid drop, into the ramp. And whatnot. So it's going to work similar if you go like, I guess this is the best place I could do a spine transfer. If there's like a quarter pipe and then there's a quarter pipe on the other side like this, if you go up one side and you press R2 at the peak of your jump, you're going to transfer over into the other ramp. So let's say I go like this, I push R2, and it's a spine transfer. You transfer right over into the other ramp. So that's kind of another way to kind of link your combos. And then, of course, we have reverts. So let me just restart the run. So we're going to talk about reverts. So if you go up a quarter pipe, let's say you do a trick and you come back down, you got no way to really chain that combo, right? If I go to a manual, it doesn't go straight to a manual. It breaks my combo, which is not what you're going to want to do. You want to chain your combo. You don't want to, break it. It doesn't matter how hard you try to time it. You cannot go right to a manual coming down off a quarter pipe. You need something to link, your combo together. So what you're going to be using is a revert. Now, a revert, you're going to time correctly. You're going to be using the R2 again. So like the same thing as spine transfers or acid drops. By the way, a hip transfer is kind of similar. I forgot to mention. If you go up a ramp, a quarter pipe that's like facing this way, but there's another one either on the right or the left of it, it's called a hip transfer. So if I go, hold on, let me show you that real quick before I show you guys the revert. So if I go up right here, it kind of hips over. That was kind of a weird one, but anyways, hopefully you guys get what I mean. So reverts, when you're coming down the ramp, you're going to hit the right trigger, and you're going to basically do like a power slide, like a 180 power slide, as you can see, which is basically like sliding your wheels like in a 180 fashion like this, right? Where you just kind of goes like that, but when you're coming down the ramp. So that's going to allow you to chain your combo together. Did not mean to do a 900 there. That's going to allow you to chain your combo together because it counts as a trick. So if I go do a grab, I do a revert, I can go straight into a manual. So make sure you do push up, down, or down, up to go straight into a manual after your revert, though. Because if you don't, then obviously you're just going to go like this. You're going to do your grab, and then you're going to do your revert, and that's going to be it. And your combo is going to be over. Understand? So do grab, hit the revert as you're coming down, right? And you go straight to the manual. So again, you just kind of time it as you're coming down into the ramp. You're going to tap R2, so right, boom, right there, and then straight into the manual. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. So now that you've learned all these different tricks, and now that you've learned how to, kind of link these tricks, you can go for the high scores, right? Like I already talked about, there's the multipliers, there's the actual score itself and how to increase the score. But then we have the special meter. Now, special meter is going to allow you to do special tricks, which are going to be high score tricks. Means that you get a lot of points, or high point tricks rather, right? So to fill your special meter, you're going to just do any kind of combo. So let me fall real quick. If you fall, your special meter actually goes away. It empties. So you're going to want to chain a couple tricks together. It's not very hard to get your special meter up. Just do like a small combo. Boom, there you go. I got my special meter. Now, if you want to see what kind of tricks you can do for specials, every skater has a different special in the game. You actually can just go to the pause menu. You can go to the skater tab, and it'll show you the special tricks you have currently, I guess, enabled. You could put other ones on it, so there's these extra slots. There's also locked slots, which you can unlock in the full game just by doing challenges. But you can see there's basically different kinds of special tricks, and it'll show you how many points it would give you. So you can see at the bottom right corner, this is a quad heel flip that would give me 1,200 points. Hard flip, late flip, which would give me 1,500 points. And they're all worth different things, right? And all that good stuff. So you could link different ones, and you can see what the button combo is to get into that special. So for example, we're going to do a 360 varial McTwist, which is up, down, circle. It is worth noting, if you're doing grab specials, make sure you have enough air, because if you don't, most of the time these grab specials have like a very long animation that you can't break out of. And if you don't if you don't have enough air, you're not going to be able to finish the full, trick, and you're going to bail, and it's going to break your combo and all that good stuff. So make sure grinds are not really as tricky. You just kind of do the grind, although it will kind of sometimes make it harder to balance when you're doing a special grind. So for the sake of, just showing you guys, I'm going to do a 360 McTwist. I'm going to go up the ramp. I'm going to push up, down, circle, and I do my varial McTwist. It gives me 5,000 points, as you guys can see. Now, what's interesting is the second time I do it, it's 3750. So that's not just with special tricks. Any tricks you do, the more you do them in a session, the less points they start giving you. So you can see now we start at 5,000 and it's at 1250 after I've done it a few times. Same thing with a kickflip, right? It would be 75, but eventually it's going to go down. It's 50, it's 25, it's 10, right? And then it just kind of stays at 10 now. So every kickflip I do in the session is going to be worth 10. You see what I mean? Same thing with the heel flip. Now I got it down to 10 points. It started at 50. So that's another reason why you're going to want to do as many different tricks as possible, whether they're grind tricks or flip tricks. So if you're doing a lot of flip tricks, try to do something different than just kick flips and heel flips all the time. Try to do those double flips like tray flips or laser flips, or 360 inward heel flips or 360 hard flips, impossible, pop shove it's, try to do different things within your combo and within your session to get the most score possible. Because like I said, if you're doing the same tricks over and over again, you're going to get less score from it, and then you're not going to get as high of a combo, if you will. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. Just, you got to practice it. You got to learn how to chain it. Like I said, if you're doing a grind, you can jump at a wall, do a wall plant, back into a grind. You know, you can do, you know, throw in flip tricks whenever you feel. I like to throw in flip tricks between, like, you know, manuals and stuff. So if I'm doing, like, a manual, maybe I'll do, like, a special flat ground trick like this, and I'll do a flip trick into another manual, do a bunch more of these. And then, you know, if I have enough speed, I'll go into a rail, you know, flip trick out of a rail into a manual, you know, go up a ramp into a grab, right? Let's say I go up here, start with a grab, revert, manual, grind, flip trick out, manual, go up the ramp, do a grab, revert back to a manual, back to a grind. You see how I'm kind of chaining it? These are just kind of examples. I know it's kind of a lot to take in, but I'll give you guys a basic one, for example. Let's say we go up the ramp. We're going to do a grab, revert into a manual, right? So ideally, that's how, you know, we're going to start this. We're going to go up the ramp. We're going to do a grab. We're going to revert so we can go into a manual. And then from the manual, we're going to travel over to this rail, right? So I'm going to redo it. We're going to travel over to this rail. I'm going to flip trick into the grind. So I'm going to flip and then grind. And then I'm going to flip trick out again. And then manual. And then we're going to go up that ramp over there and do another grab and then end it with a revert, which is just a basic combo. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to flip. Hold on here. I also like to do a boneless sometimes out of a ramp, just to kind of give me a little bit more height. So anyways, we're going to do a boneless into a grab, into a revert, to a manual. We're going to flip trick out of the grind. And again, you could just keep chaining these. You know, you could go like this. You could travel all around the place just by manualing. Obviously, the longer you grind and the longer you manual, especially within a combo, or the more you grind, the more you manual, that meter is going to get a lot harder to balance. But you can see when the time runs out, if you're in the middle of a combo, it's going to consider it overtime, and your session's not going to end until you either fall or land your combo, as I just did. And right there, I got 607,000 points just from that combo. It is worth noting, back in the day, one of my highest combos that I remember, I probably got higher than that at some point, but my highest combo I ever got was 14 million. Not in a session, in an actual single combo, just by chaining a bunch of tricks together like this. Because as you see, the multiplier is going up, right? The more tricks I do, and the more I do different kinds of tricks, it's gonna give me the maximize. It's gonna maximize my score, right? Because if I'm doing the same tricks, obviously each trick is gonna be worth less and less, like I mentioned previously. So, you know, you can just chain these combos. As you see, you know, eventually you might fall. You just keep trying. You get back up on the board. You try it again and again and again, and eventually you get, you know, some crazy combos and all that good stuff. So hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe, guys, if you're new to the channel. Again, if you missed the first two videos and you want to know how to do the basics and kind of more advanced tricks before learning all this kind of crazy advanced technical stuff, then check out the other two videos. I'll have a bunch of Tony Hawk Pro Skater videos on the channel, so keep it locked. Super excited that Tony Hawk Pro Skater is back, and hopefully I've been able to help you guys out, kind of learn how the game works and learn how to get better at the game. If you did help you guys out, please do let me know, or just drop a like to let me know that way if you don't feel like commenting, and share with your friends if you did find it useful so they can get good as well. Or maybe not. Maybe you could just, you know, use these tricks against them so you can beat them every single time. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Stay safe. And until then, my friends, game on.